Hello friends, so today we are going to see the next, that is the second problem of isometric view. So you can see the front view and top view of an object. In this, all the dimensions are given, and O position, it is also mentioned here. You can see the O position in top view also. Initially we require to calculate the length of the object, height of the object, and the width of the object. In front view we can see the total length of the object from the origin or O. Okay, so total length of the object of this first block, we can call it first object. We can highlight that portion, or particularly this is the first part and this is the second part. So in the first part we can see the total length of the object, it is exactly 60 mm, 40 plus 20, so 40 plus 20 plus this is a total horizontal distance up to the center from the corner, it is a 30 plus 30 plus 30 mm outer radius. So 60, 80 and 120, total length of the object, it is 120 mm. Then height of the object, we can calculate height of the object, that is 15. You can see this is the 15 mm in front view, 15 mm, and this is the total outer radius or outer diameter of the half circle. Outer diameter of the half circle, radius 30, diameter 60. 60 plus 15 means 75. 60 plus 15, total 75. 60 mm means it is the diameter of the outer circle. Width of the object, we can see in top view, width of the object from origin to next point, it is a given 60 mm. So let us start for the solution. So initially for imagination I will show what is the final answer. So you can see in front view we can see this block number 1 and this is part number 2. In part number 1 we can see that this is the front view and this is the top view. We cannot see this part, we only see this inclined portion and these two blocks. So we start with this corner. Okay, so this is the first block we have to prepare. So let us start with the solution. So first from origin total, when we pick up this view as it is and place here, the O will becomes at this point and length we can mark on this side. Similar way in top view, when we pick up the top view and place on this side, the top view O will comes here and width on this side. So mark the positions of the length and width. Then start with the parallel from position O. First, that is a 20 mm, exactly 20 mm. This is a 20 mm. Then 40 mm. This is the 40 mm parallel to length. This is parallel to length. Then height, total height of this first object, it is 65 mm. Vertical height parallel to the height line. Take the parallel to the height line from this point. Draw the faint line first, and then total height of this part, it is a 65 mm. So this is a 65 mm, this end point. Then from the 65 mm, this end point, horizontally parallel to the length, it is a 20 mm. Parallel to the length, it is again faint line parallel to the length. From this corner we can take exactly 20 mm. This is a 20 mm. Now this inclined portion, we don't know the inclination. This inclined portion, we don't know the inclination angle. So we know the end points. End point, that is the present from the origin position O to this corner, it is a total 65 minus 15. 65 minus 15 means 15 mm. Okay, so 15 mm. We don't know inclination, we can take from origin to this height 65 minus 15. 65 minus 15 means this is a 15 mm. So from origin take the exact 15 mm distance. So this is a 15 mm. We know the end points, we can connect the inclined line. Okay, and also you can draw the faint line from the point that is a 20 mm away from the origin, that is a internal cavity it is present. With the same, that is the first part having the width, it is a 60 mm. Total width of this block, it is a 60 mm. Take 60 mm from the width side parallel to the width. Mark the 60 mm point is a parallel to the width, and midpoint of this width, it is exactly at 30 mm. Total this 60 mm and midpoint, it is exactly at 30 mm. Then this position, that is vertical height, is present at this end. So parallel to the height, draw the vertical line. Same object, same facing, it will be present at the other end also. Take exactly 15 mm. Then parallel to the width, draw the faint lines first from each corner, parallel to the width, parallel to the width. Then inclined portion, then parallel to the length. Then draw the center line for the first object. We can see only this object, that is the total width of the object. So this is the inclined part of the first part, and this is the horizontal part. Then first draw the center line for the internal cavity. So internal cavity, take the 30 mm point. Then parallel to the height, draw the center line. Then parallel to the inclined line, that exactly present at 30 mm. And the depth of the cut, we can see it is a 16 mm. From this point, total 8 mm for one side, 8 mm for other side. Mark the points. Width of the cut, it is 8 mm. 8 mm for one side, 8 mm for other side. This is the 8 mm and 8 mm. Then draw the exact vertical lines. This 30 mm, draw the center line, take the 8 mm for both the sides. And this cavity, it is internally, that is towards the length. The length it is given of the cavity, it is a 20 mm dotted line. That is the invisible cavity in front view. So 20 mm already we marked here. Do not take on the inclined portion, that is a shorter cavity will be appears. So that we can take 20 mm, that is shown in the front view, 20 mm parallel to the length, take 20 mm, draw vertical line, then draw the parallel line to the width, and exactly that is a crossing point. From the crossing point, again we can mark the 8 mm for both these sides, 8 mm. This is the 8 mm distance, and these end points, this end point and this end point we can connect. It is a parallel to the inclined portion, end points. This edges are visible in side view or top view. Then draw the vertical edge. This edge, it is created, vertical edge we can see in the isometric view. This is the edge created, and from this corner parallel to length, again that is the edge it is created, the two edges. So first part it is completed. Now we can move for the second part. So this is the second part. First part already we have completed this first part. You can see this is the highlighted part. We have completed this highlighted portion. Now for the second part we can see this is the second part of the object. For second part, the total height it is 60 mm because of the half circle having outer diameter it is a 60 mm. So total height of the object 75 mm, and the first part height it is a 65 mm, so minus 65 mm. So remaining is the height of the from this base total height we can get the 10 mm. So this is a 10 mm. So initially to draw this part number 2, this is a part number 2. To draw this part, so center line, we know that the center point, this is a center line exactly present here. Then width of that part number 2, it is a 30 mm. So initially this part it is a present exactly at the middle of the object. So first total width of the object it is a 30 mm. So this is a 15 mm, this is a 15 mm. From this point total 15 mm and 15 mm we can mark. Take 15 mm for one side, 15 mm for other side, total 30 mm. This is total 30 mm, we can take total 15 and 15. Then from this point we cannot see the in front view, we cannot see the flat portion, that is the top portion. So that will be appears here, and the from this point total height it is a exactly 10 mm. This is a 10 mm. From this corner height it is 10 mm. So draw the vertical projection line parallel to the height. Then parallel to the height from this corner, this distance it is a 15 mm, this distance is a 15 mm. From the both side total 30 mm. Okay, and this is total 13 mm. From this corner draw the vertical line, and this corner means this point, take 10 mm height. Why 10 mm? Because of 75 mm it is the total height of the object, then minus the 65, that is the remaining part, it is a 10 mm. Okay, we cannot take this 15 mm because of the object it is present exactly at the center, so that is not useful. So we can take the 10 mm height from this point, 10 mm. Draw parallel line to the length, we get this point. From this point exactly this extended portion, this portion it is given 30 mm from this point. So this is the point. So this point, from this point total towards the length, towards the origin it is a 30 mm, and other end 30 mm. We mark the 30 mm for both the sides. Take 30 mm for one side, 30 mm for the other side, exact at this location. And then it comes vertically downward direction. We don't know the inclined portion where it is met, so for that, so this is a 10 mm. Again draw the parallel line to the length, and we can extend. This is the parallel to the inclined portion. So parallel to the inclined portion we get the intersecting point. Okay, this portion already we have completed. Now from this point take the 10 mm distance, then from this point take 30 mm to the towards the origin, parallel to the length, 13 mm to the other end. Then draw the vertical line, then parallel lines. These are the parallel lines, completed intersecting point, and then draw the dark line. Next part, that is exactly in top view, it is we can we know that this point and parallel to the width, this is a parallel to the width, it is a 30 mm. From this point parallel to the width 30 mm, parallel to the width, take exactly 30 mm, and also we can draw the vertical line parallel to the height, parallel to the width, then we can complete the next part. Part number 2. For part number 2, exactly we have taken the 30 mm up to this corner, from this to this is the 30 mm. Then from this point draw the vertical line parallel to the height, that is the center line parallel to the height, draw the center line. Total diameter of this half circle, it is a 60 mm. Then mark the center point, it is a present at 30 mm, and 30 mm total height of the part number 2. Then parallel to the length, similar way, horizontal parallel to length, we can draw the horizontal center line. Exactly with the same line we can extend total, this is a 30 mm, other end it is also this corner, it is exactly present at 30 mm. Then draw the vertical line parallel to the height. Okay, we prepare the block. Outer diameter 60 mm, so 60 by 60, so draw this line vertical 30 mm, this is also 30 mm and this is also 30 mm. 60 by 60, prepare the block rhombus and the shorter diagonal, this is the shorter diagonal, so we can call it as this is a point A, this is a point B. From point A to opposite midpoint, point A to opposite midpoint, point A to opposite midpoint we can mark is a A1. From point A to opposite midpoint, this point it is called as a A2. Okay, similar way, point B to opposite midpoint, it is a B1. A2, A1, it is a A2, A1, and B2, B1. For the half circle, we required only 2 points, that is the center point for this arc, that is A to A1, that is the first arc, and A1 to B1, this half part. Okay, this total half part we required only 2 center points, that is the first center point A1 to A2, first arc, this arc. So take the compass from A to A1, it is the distance and radius of the arc. Draw the arc A to A2, A1 to A2, radius A to A1. From we can change the center point, this center point we can call it as a C1, this C1 center 1, C1 to B1 or C1 to A1. Take any distance in compass as a radius and draw the arc. Okay, then same half circular part, it is a present on the other side, so we don't required to shift the point A, because that is only upper part of the 1/4 it is a present here. So starting point we can parallel to the width from this end point. So shift this point C1 parallel to the width of the part. So total width it is a 30 mm. So shift this point exactly. See in the answer, this total width is a 30 mm, and this arc we require to draw because of this is a parallel lines, and this is the exactly this center point. This center point we require to transfer at 30 mm. Because of the width of the that part number 2, it is 30 mm, and parallel to the width line, draw the faint projection line, take the 30 mm distance, this is a total 30 mm distance, C1 dash, and with the same arc radius C1 to B1, again draw the arc and draw the tangential line C1 to C1 dash, we can call it as a C1 dash. This is a 30 mm distance, total 30 mm. Because of the width of the part number 2, it is a 30 mm. And erase the all construction that is made up for the half circular part. Then internal hole, it is present. Internal hole, it is a present from this center. So diameter of that hole, it is a 30 mm. So again prepare the block exactly 30 by 30. Mark the 15 mm above the center point, 15 mm below 15 mm horizontally, take 15 mm horizontal distance, again 15 mm for horizontal distance parallel to the height line, draw vertical lines, 2 vertical lines parallel to the length. Because it is a visible in front view, we can take the length parallel to the length and parallel to the height. And same method we can repeat for the construction of the ellipse. There's shorter diagonal, it is a present A, B, A2 opposite midpoint A1, A2 opposite midpoint A2, connect A2, 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 A1, and similar way A2, A2, similar way from B to opposite midpoint. This is the opposite midpoint B1. Then from B to opposite midpoint, it is B2. Take the compass and mark the arc. A as a center, A to A1 is the radius, and draw the arc. Okay. Similar way from B to B1 with the same radius, then take the C1, this crossing point we can take the C1, and this crossing point we can take the C2, and with the same radius draw the arc. C1 to B1, C1 to A1, any radius take, and C1 as a radius, C1 as a center point, draw the arc. Similar way, C2 is the center point, C2 A2 radius, and draw the arc. It is present up to this corner. So this is the arc, and this edge it is also visible. Highlight the all visible portion. only visible part we can show in the isometric. Don't show any dimensions, erase all dimensions. That is only for your convenience. I have marked all the dimensions. And this is the final answer. Erase all the construction that is made for the ellipse and the other parts. Thank you. Stay connected for more videos and complete the answer.